We're rolling.
All right, we're just going to get straight to the point. This episode is going to be a little bit different because we like to change things up every once in a while, right, Jam?
Exactly, and it's always good to do something different so you can decide if you never want to do it again.
Yep. So today, that different thing that we may never do again is a medley. Because medleys, it just seems like that would be a good thing to do.
Yeah, and we get requests from people, which we love. Sometimes we get requests that we can't do a whole episode about. Other times, we come up with ideas ourselves that stay on the list for a long time because we can never come up with enough to talk about.
Yeah.
So this is a way to talk about several things in one episode.
So we are going to jump into some little nuggets, and they are short but sweet. And I guess, yeah, I can get it. I can kick us off.
Okay.
So this first one's from John in Texas. He says, what are your thoughts on ice cream versus froyo versus custard versus gelato? Wow. So frozen, milky, eggy, sugary treats.
Wow. Well, I think froyo is great. I think ice cream is great. I think gelato is a little overrated. Now, I've had it, but what I'm talking about really is the price. Like, you go to those gelato places and it's expensive. And I think, like, I've had ice cream that's better than this. Not every ice cream is, but I've had some ice cream that's better than this that costs the same or less. So there's kind of like a lot of hubbub. Just like anything that's new, like Dippin' Dots back in the day.
Oh, those are still good.
Right. It just, it gets just, it seems like it's better, but it's like, maybe just different, but not better.
I have never had a good frozen gelato. So, like, my wife loves Talenti's gelato, but I just never have had a great gelato that's, like, frozen. I don't know. Maybe one that's like, okay, this is pretty good, but I feel like gelato is just always good in person. Like, if you go to a gelato place, a gelateria, I think that's what they're called. If you go there and you have their gelato, and
is
then
it gelateria whenever you win a lottery of gelato?
That's right, yeah.
I
won the gelatery.
Dude, but what I like about frozen yogurt is that I like fruity things, meaning whenever something comes down to it, I prefer like a fruit-esque type of dessert more than like a chocolatey one. And so what I like about froyo is I love that it seems to work really well with different types of fruit. Not just fruit flavors, but actual pieces of fruit.
It does.
And so to me, it wins, not because it objectively wins, but because to me, it is more enjoyable.
I would say that's really awesome. And it's funny because, like, froyo is just like yogurt, but frozen. So it makes sense that yogurt goes well with fruit, that frozen would too.
I like to call it Frogurt.
Frogurt. Sure. My vote for this one is going to be custard. Something about just like a simple vanilla or simple chocolate frozen custard. All right. Our next topic is from Sandy in Texas. She asks, what are your thoughts on people blowing their nose and sneezing?
Okay, sneezing, I don't love. It can be painful. It can be sudden and like sort of surprising in a not fun way. There's always the worry of needing to sneeze in a public situation, at work, in a meeting or something, and the possible bad consequences of an unexpected sneeze do worry me. So I stifle my sneezes.
Wow.
However, blowing my nose, I think, is very therapeutic. It's nice to get all of that out of there. So it's one of the first things I do every morning.
How interesting. Yeah, I don't understand the stigma around sneezing. I sneeze openly and honestly, and I know people who stifle their sneeze like you, and it's like, that just hurts. You're keeping it all in. Just let it go.
If I let it go,
Elsa.
I know. If I let it go, though, and I know a couple people that this happens to as well, my throat will itch.
That is something else going on.
It's just that I don't. It's like I think that the way I sneeze, whether I can fix it or not,
it's weird.
It is sort of a little bit painful, and then my throat itches. I also have a lot of allergies, so I don't know.
Yeah, there's something else going on there, buddy. I've never heard that. That's really interesting.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway, those are our thoughts on sneezing. Blowing your nose, I think, also is therapeutic. I think it's funny because, like, blowing your nose is probably a better thing than. Well, like, sneezing, it's not like you can really help yourself with that. But, like, if you think about other habits that people do, blowing your nose is really, like, you should, like, support people in that because it's like they're clearing their sinuses. That's a good thing.
True, but snot is there for a reason, too, so you don't want to overdo it.
This is true.
Moving on. The next one, we got to go rapid. is from Jason in Texas, Jason Kress in Texas.
Cool. Yeah, this is mine, guys. Sorry. Snuck mine in.
And he wants to know our thoughts about puns. Jason?
Yeah. Thanks, Jason. That was a great question. My thoughts about puns is that they are great when done well, but if they are not done well, then they're still okay, but they could have been done better.
I think puns are great, and the best way to enjoy puns and to get the most out of them is to try them a lot and get better at them, and be okay with some bad ones. I think it's fun to have bad puns, but you gotta let people have bad ones and be okay with having some bad ones yourself.
That's good. I think we're all in agreement here.
Yes.
Sierra from Texas asks, what are your thoughts on clothes?
Clothes are great. In
I
fact,
think they're good too.
I love them.
As crazy as it may sound, I might be a little addicted to them because I wear them every day.
I'm definitely addicted to them.
Do I have a problem? I might have a problem.
Clothing is cool, but it only serves a function. I've recently gone through a very conscious rethinking of clothing as it just serves a function. It just serves a function. Trying to really make that true in my choices. And so I've pared down a lot. Recently got rid of 3/4 of my T-shirts and about half of my other clothing type of things. And it sort of feels freeing not to be burdened down by a lot of just things. So
That's great.
Clothes are great. Get rid of some of them.
Yeah, I look through my shirt drawer, just my shirt drawer, and I'm like, man, I have like 2 pairs of shorts and 90 pairs of T-shirts. Not pairs, because it's just one. Just like 90 T-shirts, and there's a lot. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think we can give them away.
There's the problem of choice, which we put ourselves into a corner where we have too many things to choose from. If we decrease the amount of choices we make in a day, it supposedly can make us happier. Not in like a whatever sense, but just some things overcomplicate our lives in an unnecessary way.
Science. Thanks, Jam.
Yep. The next one is from John in lots of Johns in Texas.
Yeah.
John in Texas asking what our thoughts are on walkie-talkies.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Roger that. Thanks, John, for that question. Over and out.
09er Delta, we've got a bogey on the Omega Alpha. Over out.
Yeah, Alpha, this is Beta. We got a Kappa Delta Gamma coming in hot. Over. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Jason and I do this
so
around
we like walkie-talkies.
Yeah, Jason and I do those kind of discussions back and forth in the office a lot. Nonsensical Greek letters.
It's just funny to go through the Greek alphabet. Yeah, Tango, we got a couple of alphas around. Walkie-talkies. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool.
Tango's
they
not a Greek letter, but
I know
it is.
Well, they use it in
one of the
walkie-talkies.
walkie-talkies. Yeah, you're right.
So during one of the recent hurricanes, I think it was Harvey, I think people actually downloaded some walkie-talkie app that was like the #1 app in the state on the App Store at that time. I don't actually know how that works if you don't have like a cellular connection, but anyway, yeah, sounds like they're making a comeback.
Yeah, well, they're awesome, and what's cool about them is that they exist, totally separate from our normal grid of communication. They don't do any sort of cell tower or like data kind of thing that our current phones do. But you could also argue then that means that they'll eventually not be needed at all.
Wow.
But in an emergency situation or whatever, a walkie-talkie, the fact that it doesn't use the same system is a huge strength. So I think they're really cool. Super fun as kids because you got to pretend like you were on a mission or something like that.
Yeah, they were great growing up.
I think that their relevance is on the decline, which is a sad thing.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yep, walkie-talkies, they are good. That's our slogan for them. Moving on to our next one is from Marie in Texas. Hey, Marie. My mom's name's Marie. That's crazy.
Wow.
I wonder if it was her.
That's crazy.
She asks, what are your thoughts on tacos?
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day, Mom.
If it's
you.
Yeah. She's probably a mom, though, to someone.
Yeah.
Tacos, dude. Okay, tacos, one, just to start off, they're incredible.
They are incredible.
Tacos are great. And you should get as authentic of a taco as you possibly can get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it will change your life.
They're different categories.
Yeah.
Because fusion tacos, like the things you get from places like the whole Fuzzies, Torchy's deal, whatever, I would call those fusion. They're not authentic in the sense of they didn't come from foreign lands where tacos are like, a staple.
Yeah.
And you should go and have the authentic ones and then be like, wow, I see how we ended up at Taco Bell because we tried to get creative and it doesn't always work.
It doesn't always work, but in general, tacos are great. I think we shouldn't shame tacos. But
not at all.
If you haven't had authentic, you do need to try that. It's going to give you a good foundation. Also, just know, this will rock your world, crunchy tacos aren't a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Crunchy tacos don't exist.
They don't exist.
We made them up.
It's just a corn chip.
It's just a nacho.
It's just a nacho.
One big nacho.
Yep, one big nacho.
So, next is from Jam in Texas. That's another Jam.
Oh, Jam.
Interesting.
Wow.
Just kidding. I submitted this one. It's the peace sign. The peace sign, I think, is really interesting. Like, what a weird sign that's around, and the origins are a little bit confusing.
And this is the sign with like the bar, like the cross dealio in the middle, not necessarily holding up fingers, or both.
Both. I was thinking both, because the peace sign itself, like, who knows where the heck that came from, the symbol. But I was mainly thinking the peace sign, the thing that we do as a hand gesture, is crazy interesting to me. Is it mimicking that symbol? Did the sign, the hand gesture itself exist first? Because it doesn't look like the hand gesture. The hand gesture and the symbol don't look very much alike. I think it's really interesting, and I think it's funny now. I think it is dumb to take super seriously, but I think it's really funny, and I think it should stick around,
like stick around forever.
Yeah.
I have no thoughts except that like people do that around the world for some reason. I don't know who started it.
Yeah. Peace.
Yeah. Peace out, guys. Next question comes from Carter in Oklahoma. Woo! Our first person not from Texas. He asks, "What are your thoughts on sandwiches?"
Oh man, sandwiches also great. They're like I don't think they're actually technically American, but whatever origin they have, they're like the version of taco from whatever country. So to me, they're really great, and they're like a taco, but not.
That is crazy. I like sandwiches because I grew up eating sandwiches because we didn't do a lot of fast food.
Yep.
So sandwiches were my thing, and I still love them.
Yes.
They're great.
Here's the benefit they have to tacos, not that they're competing, is that cold sandwiches, cold cuts, that kind of deal, awesome. Jimmy John's, that kind of style sandwiches.
Cold cuts.
Incredible. And it's a cold thing. I don't like cold entrees normally, but a sandwich, wow. Okay, the last one that we have is from John in Texas. Oh, wow. Lots of Johns.
Yeah, third John.
Best,
get it?
Best sci-fi inventions.
Wow.
Goodness gracious.
The lightsaber.
The lightsaber is an incredible invention.
Hands down.
The time machine DeLorean, of course, everybody knows. I almost didn't say it, but it'd be a crime not to because it deserves some recognition. I think teleporters that are in many, many different sci-fi movies, those are really cool.
Lightspeed.
All
I can think of is just things from Star Wars, and I think there's plenty just in Star Wars to be able to say, hey, this is great.
Okay, so some of those are kind of obvious. Is there anything that we're missing that's sort of below the surface?
No.
Does the elevator from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory count as a sci-fi invention?
It goes into the sky, doesn't it?
Yeah, basically it's an elevator, but it goes in any direction without any sort of axis that it has to be fixed to or whatever.
That's weird. Why would you go that way?
I don't know. I just thought when I was a kid that seemed really cool to me. Is the ring from Lord of the Rings a sci-fi invention?
No, it's fantasy.
Okay.
Sorry, man. But the Green Lantern's kind of a ring. I think I also enjoy any robot that isn't trying to take over the world that can help you with chores.
Okay.
Or drive you to work.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Flubber. That's a cool sci-fi invention.
Flubber was... Yeah. Man, how did we forget that?
That's that's one of the few that's super fun and pretty harmless. So...
Wow.
Okay, that's the medley.
That's it, guys. Number 33 in the books. And 33 is a special number, so that's why we decided to give you guys something special. Thanks for listening. Hope you liked it. Please continue sending us your suggestions. And you know what? We might not be able to always give you a full episode, but we will definitely find some time someday, somehow, to talk about it.
Especially if you guys like the medley idea. So keep sending us suggestions, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Peace.